If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. So as I normally do, about once a month, I try to accumulate some commonly asked questions, or if there's a video that got a lot of questions or comments or responses, I try to answer them through these videos. That way everybody has a chance to hear the answer, and I don't have to spend so much time typing the same answer over and over again. So the other day I made a video where I talked about some guy who sat down on our picnic table and caused us a little bit of concern, and finally he used a cuss word to identify Carolyn and I, and I'll put a link to that video right here. A lot of folks were really concerned that we cannot make a quick getaway because our generator is locked to the wheel of our truck. Now I recognize this will stall us in a quick getaway. And I really got to thinking about this. Why do I need to make a quick getaway? I mean, I understand there are dangers out here, and I've told you about the dangers. I try to share my experiences with you so you can learn from them, the good, the bad, and the ugly, so you can, adjust your thinking if needed. My question is everybody going to come out here in a truck camper or a van? Is that the plan everybody has to live this lifestyle? And I know for sure the answer is no. Some folks are going to use a travel trailer. And I see it all the time. Just last night I saw one of those R-Pods here in the National Forest. So there's somebody who's going to, I'm not sure if they were living or traveling or what the case is, but here they are in the same campground that Carolyn and I are in. And they're in a trailer. If you need to make a quick getaway, are you going to leave your trailer behind? And if anybody has followed my channel for any length of time, I would hope you would say, no, you don't want to leave your trailer behind, because we left our trailer behind just to go to town for 3 hours, and somebody burned it down. So if you know that you're at risk, you know that somebody is there to cause you harm, and you leave, there's an opportunity for them to harm your home. My generator being locked to my wheel of my truck, it takes me all of 3 minutes to unlock it and put the generator away. I mean, I don't think the generator is causing that much delay. And then the other thing is another suggestion that I tried to put into that video that I don't think anybody really caught on to. Lots of people have suggested that I attach this roll-out canopy from my camper so I can provide myself with shade. In the summertime, shade is the best, concealment to the heat. If you don't have air conditioner out here, which we don't. So if putting my generator away is so critical, then I shouldn't get the canopy either, which I don't intend to, but my point is, I want everybody to think about the big picture. If you're worried about safety and you want to make sure that you put everything away at night, but then when it comes summertime and you're hot and you have this canopy rolled out, well, that's going to take a lot longer to put away than the generator. And then getting back to the generator one more time. One time I made a video where I talked about the generator getting water into the gas tank. But there were a lot of people that were upset with me that I left my generator out in the rain. That's how water got into it. Because, first of all, the instruction says you're not supposed to put it outside in the rain. Well, a lot of people suggested that I need to put the generator on a bumper hitch rack thing. You put a rack on the front of your bumper or on the rear bumper, and then you tie it down to that. Well, if that's the case, then are we still worried about it being out in the rain? So, these are all the things that I want you to think about. Big picture. If we shouldn't lock the generator to the wheel, but we should lock it to the front bumper, well, then it's still going to get rained on, which I wasn't supposed to do. So it's just a constant, you can't do that, you got to have a better way. Okay, another thing that I didn't think about when I made that video is we do laundry out here with, you know, a plunger and a bucket. Well, then we hang the laundry on the truck. So here's this kind of connection between, you know, quick getaway versus laundry. If I'm going to do a quick getaway, that means I can't do laundry anymore. I can't hang my laundry on my truck. Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, well, just leave the laundry behind. Again, I'm not too sure that this is such a huge issue. The reason I talk about these safety issues in videos is I want you to be aware that there are bad people everywhere. Which brings me to my next question. Why do I keep coming back to this forest if there's so many bad people in it? Well, the Apalachicola National Forest is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at it. You know, I'm an old country boy from Midwest. It snowed. I mean, right now in Missouri, it's like, you know, I don't know, 10 degrees out and snowing. Well, here I am in t-shirt, 70 degrees. Beautiful day. I love this national forest. And I'm going to always come back to it because it's just so beautiful. And it's 5 miles down the road to the Gulf Coast. Crime is not unique to this forest. Do your research. Crime is everywhere. The reason we've had so many issues in this forest is because we've spent a lot of time in this forest. We were here last winter, and during the hunt season, we were able to stay here 3 months. And so we stayed through until April last year. So we were here a long time, December to April. And now we're back. You know, when we were in South Dakota, in the Black Hills, people were shooting off their guns at night while they were drunk and hooting and hollering and having a great time. You know, all these situations are scary no matter where you're at. And you got to be prepared for them no matter where you're at. But just up and leaving, you're just going to leave this campground that has some crime in it to another campground that's going to have some crime in it. It's just the way it is. Thanks for watching. Click like if you liked the video, and happy travels.